What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, RedemptionAgency.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay. We got Baby Girl. We got Pee-wee right here, but you can't see him. Just out of your vision. And we are Wednesday morning. So, I'm going to talk about my change yesterday. How did it work? Some potentially good news. I'm just going to say good news, period, because usually change is good. And I'm going to give you an example of a problem on eBay that, since I talked about yesterday and eBay finally admitted to it, which is good. So let me start harping on another issue that we all have with eBay. I think every one of us has had this issue. So we'll get into that. So, how did yesterday go with those problems going on with my big store? And how's the morning going? So we're at 9:30 a.m. this morning. All right, let's see what's going on today. All right, so today so far on the media store, I'm at $74. And on the clothing store, I am at $131. So we're at $200 at 9:30. So we're looking better today than yesterday. Yesterday, at 7 o'clock, I had 0 sales. And that lasted, I had the $11. So yeah, I had very, very little at 9:30. So definitely a lot better than the start of yesterday. So yesterday as a whole, let me get this now to look up see if I had any on the international site. I want to say I probably did, because it feels like the international sites are working properly again too a little bit. So on the clothing store, $424.29. So as you know, I've said before, I want to try to get both stores at around $500. So $424 yesterday for that. The day before was $401. So I'm looking good on that front. Yesterday on the media store, the 18th, without international, $372.85. With international, $372.85. So nope. So we did get a little pop late in the evening. I had $150 even late into the day. We're talking like 7, 8 o'clock. So still only like 152 or 7 or something like that. So got a couple $100 pop after I called it a day, basically. But $797.14 overall, which with the issues, not bad at all. So could have been a lot worse. For sure. So that's good to see. Yeah, yesterday videos have been popping. Thank you guys for all the support. Pretty crazy. A lot of my videos lately has just been booming. Except for my puppies went to go viral shorts. Not really doing too much. So, but we'll get it going. Maybe I have to tweak the title or something. Cha-ching. $12 denim blue jeans. All right. I do have one Posh Emilio Island hat sold for $12. Headed to South Carolina. So that's good. What first? We'll talk about the problem first. That so yesterday. Oh, the new thing, and then we'll go into the problem. So yesterday I decided to try something different to keep myself more focused. Instead of standing there like doing a bunch of drafts and doing a bunch of pictures, which usually gets me a little bit sidetracked, or I feel like I'm wasting time because my mind will just wander, or I'll start going down a rabbit hole of videos or whatever the case may be. I felt like I was wasting a lot of time. So what I decided to do, what I said yesterday was do like 25, come down, file them, pull items, ship them, go up 25, come down, pull items. So just making a whole routine throughout the day. Instead of doing 25, I actually, on the hats I've done 30, but on other stuff I was doing 10, just so I could walk the steps more exercise, plus just keeping up. If I come down and pull 2 or 4 items, I'm done in like 5 minutes shipping. So I did that all day, and Adrian came home at 5. He only had 2 items to ship because I was in the middle of a transition. So he shipped 2 items, and then I kept up on it till I was done for the day. It worked well, I felt. Probably about 230, 240 items listed, plus I shipped everything that sold. So I was definitely, my mind didn't wander. I was just doing, and it was very, very mentally pleasing. Just because I didn't feel like I was wasting no time. I actually enjoyed it. Like I said, it's kind of easier now that I enjoy being down here with things more organized. It ain't such a pain to, it's quicker to find stuff, which is definitely a plus. My only thing is like they follow me everywhere, and I feel bad for Courtney because I'll come down and I'm down here 5 minutes while she's down here. Now she's got to go back up the steps, and she has back leg issues now. She's getting older too. Going up the steps is a little pain for her. So I feel bad. So I don't know if I should just start shutting the door if I'm only coming down for 5 minutes. But then yesterday we were out in the snow for a little bit too long, and her paws started freezing and she couldn't walk. She just had to plop down and lay down. So I wiped up her paws and picked her up and carried her in. So if you are in freezing area, remember that. Don't leave your doggies outside too long because their paws will freeze in 7-degree temperature with snow. So then they could just fall over because they can't walk, and then, then the rest of them will freeze. You don't want that. Which goes into a problem that we all have on eBay. Now that eBay's said, okay, this is a problem that I've been harping on forever. Let's start harping on another problem that we all have, and that is the search engine. The search engine on eBay, as you know, is just a total disaster. It's destroyed a majority of the time. You do not get what you're looking for. But beyond that, yesterday, how ignorant and stupid, same words, this search engine is with eBay. Is one word can dictate whether you're going to find something or not. And that's problematic when it comes to customers just typing something in real quick to look for something. If they put one extra word, it's not going to come up. Example yesterday, I don't remember the exact artist, but it was like Marty Robbins or somebody. It was a country guy, cassette tape. And the title of it, The Very Best of, blah, blah, blah. So, as always, I type in the exact title because I'm going to copy that and put it into my draft. So, Marty Robbins, The Very Best of, enter, highlight, copy, so I can paste. 0 results. That's weird. I take out the word of. So that one word, OF, of, because other people didn't put it in their title, it's not bringing the item up, even though it's the same item. And even though it says of, I put of in. So just putting one extra word can dictate whether a customer is going to find an item or not. And that's problematic. when you put in Marty Robbins, the very best of, it should bring up all Marty Robbins best of, period. With the very best being first and foremost if you're under best match. Why does it not work that way? Why is it so jacked up that if I do put the word of in there, it's not going to bring up what I'm looking for if the other people didn't put of in their title? Other things is like colors. Like if I type in something blue hat into my store, every blue hat, every St. Louis Blues hat will come up, even though I've got other names there that narrow it down to what I know is in the store, but yet it won't bring it up first and foremost. So that's the search engine is just, it makes no sense the way it's being run right now. And the whole rumor is that they're using AI to do it, but how long has that been going on now? AI is supposed to get smarter over time, but yet this AI search has not. At times it feels like it goes backwards and like it's starting over again. So that's like big problem we should all start harping on now is this search engine, because I feel it's hampering a lot of sales. There's a lot of people searching for stuff and they're just not finding it because of this search engine. And being that I search stuff almost every day when I'm comping stuff, I can attest to many times over that I can search for something there. I Google it and it pops up on an eBay order. Then I click on eBay, it's there. I copy that exact title, put it over there. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. So eBay, if you've been listening to me, because it seems like you've been addressing things that I've been talking about, especially with some of the layouts and stuff. If you're listening to this search engine AI thing is just not working at this point. Do something about it, please, because you are causing a lot of, I believe you are hurting a lot of sales with the search. And if you're listening to this, give your story below. Attest to it. That's all I'm. Another good news before I get to shipping here. Well, we'll get to shipping as I'm talking the good news. And I'll kind of self-analyze it, if you will. Not self-analyze it, but analyze it and see what you guys think. All right, so the pants just sold, so I did not pull them. All right, we're going to go clothing store first. Excuse me. Get shipping labels. All right, first up, we've got the Strand. Looks like it's a golf course of some sort. Sold for $8, headed to Cleveland, Ohio. So, if you have not heard, the Postmaster General, if you will, the dumbass DJoy, is stepping down. Yeah. That's almost as good news as if I heard the CEO of eBay was stepping down. And why? Because you got to be optimistic that something better is going to come along. You just have to be optimistic about it. Because if you're not, you're just going to be miserable, right? So hopefully, with him stepping down, things will really change. That being said, too, why not get vocal about what's going on, just in case the new person coming in is not, if I was preparing for a new job, I would want to start diving into what the problems are, right? How are you going to do that? By listening and things like that. So this morning on YouTube, I saw this Indianapolis, Indiana news channel did a piece 2 days ago on mail being stuck in Indianapolis for months on end. People not getting their mails week on end, months on end. And I don't know about you, but I feel that. I've seen that. I've lost a lot of money because of that. Given refunds, then a month later, it shows up. 2 months later, it shows up. Then eBay has no way for them to resend the money. I'm sure we've all lost money because of this, and or it just vanishing in the mail. The mail system is screwed up. So I went and put my little thing underneath their video. I'm going to share that. I got to remember, I'm going to share that video in my community session. Go on there, give them your horror stories, blow that video up. If we blow that video up like crazy on that news channel, maybe somebody will notice. Maybe that somebody going into the new job will notice and say, hey, things are really bad. I need to fix that. If there's going to be a time to do it, now would be the time. That's what I found so far, but I'm not above finding more and just blowing up every news article across the United States about how bad the Postal Service is. The only way you can make change is by, raising your voice. And in the midst of a change, that's the best time to air your grievances in hopes that the new person will take notice. So I will try to remember to put that link below, and just let's blow that video up with all the horror stories about the Postal Service. Who knows? News channels are not above, why am I using that statement a lot today? Are not above doing a follow-up piece. So if we blow them up with all these horror stories about small business, I did put small business in there so they knew I'm not just a consumer. I'm a small business who can ship up to 100 items a day. Here's my problems that's been happening, blah, blah, blah. Go in there, blow it up. Who's to say they won't do a second follow-up about small businesses and how the USPS is hurting small businesses, and maybe even reach out to some of us. Blow it up. I just put this hat up yesterday, but it's a hat so it won't fall into my 24-hour gig thing, because I'm leaving out hats and media and clothing. Right, yeah. Stephen Hunick. It's got a dog with angels on it, saying "Dream without limits." Sold for $25. Headed to Hudson, Massachusetts. Like I said before, I know our post office, before there was all these problems, the parking lot was always full with employees' cars. Where now it's less than half full with employees. So that's how bad it's been cut back. And then in that piece in Indianapolis, they showed the warehouse there, processing center or whatever, and there's just piles and piles of pallets waiting to go out. It's ugly. So it's time to get loud. And with eBay too. They're raising our fees. You know what? If you're raising our fees, we got some standards that you need to live up to. And they're basic standards that you used to live up to. Stuff working properly. Be loud, be vocal. Now this is not a pat on the back. This is more like an inspiration thing. As much kickback as I've gotten over time about saying what's wrong with the website, as much kickback I got from people going, no, it's your items, blah, blah, blah. A lesser person would have backed down and just shut up. But I was confident in knowing what I know, right? So I kept on going. Those people, I just viewed them as, they don't know. They don't understand. They don't do the volume. They just don't get it. They listen to people on YouTube who tell them only high sell-through rates can earn you money. So I just blow them off as all that, right? But a lesser person may have just or a person without confidence, or, just a shyer type of person would shut down. So Be vocal. If you know something is amiss, be vocal about it. No matter the kickback you might get from people who just don't get it or don't know or don't, just be vocal. If you're sure of something, shout it to the ceilings. We got this 30th anniversary Hot Wheels set. Pretty cool there. Some old repops of red lines. Sold for $43. Headed to North Dakota. So be loud, be proud. Say it all. Be vocal. Like those people, I just delete delete the comments now. Like I said yesterday, the way I'm looking at YouTube, if I'm going to be interacting with you guys in the comments and stuff, you are the company you keep. I've lived my whole life like that. That's how I survived growing up in a ghetto. You could easily wind up wrong place, wrong time. Shot, dead, jail, arrested for this, arrested for that. I always lived by wrong, you are the company you keep. So I'm going to do the same here. So if this is going to be my little community, my little family, my little friends, no, the people who just don't get it, bye. I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not blocking you because of what you said. I'm blocking you because of who you are. How about that? If we were in real life and you came at me negative, I'm just going to walk away. I'm not going to sit around and go, oh, let's interact with this negative Nelly. No, I'm just going to be like, whatever, and walk away. So that's what I'm going to do here. So if anybody comes with bullshit or negative or attacks, block and move on. I'm just not going to hang with you. You're not worthy of hanging with me. How about that? You're not worthy hanging with me if you're an asshole. How about that? This is my world. I have the freedom to choose who I want to be a part of my world. So don't get your panties in a bunch if you get blocked, because you're just not up to the snuff to be a part of my world. My circle's small, you see. So that's the way I'm looking at it from now on. The way I kind of come to that conclusion is I'm an open freaking book. I'll talk about anything. So I'm talking to you right now like if you were standing next to me. This camera, this wall doesn't exist in my head. You're right here with me. When I read a comment, you're right there with me. So yeah, if it's a statement I'm going to walk away from, then I'm going to walk away from it. In the virtual world, that means just deleting it. And if you're a total asshole, it gets blocked. So plain and simple as that. Plain and simple. All right, next up we got this Oakley hat with the American flag on it. Sold for $10. Headed to South Carolina. I did hear back from YouTube with the person who's made over 30 accounts just to keep coming back on my channel. That's actually against the guidelines to do that. So they said it's very important just to don't underestimate filing, because I said that I've been filing complaints on several of the 30 accounts, you know, saying what's going on. They said, and I said, you know, nothing's been done yet. And they said, don't underestimate doing that. We have to have a lot of, basically a history type of thing for that kind of thing. So, because they don't want to impede on free speech, right? But he's already broke one of the YouTube rules by being blocked and then creating more accounts just to come back on another account. So we'll see. We'll see if he finds another way around or jumps back in or whatever. But it'll just be the same thing. I mean, none of that stuff bothers me personally. When he started attacking you guys on that last one, one of you guys said something to him and I don't know, he responded with something. I don't even remember now. And I just go, you know what, last straw. And then somebody reached out to me and said, I haven't watched any of your videos because the comment section is just very negative. So leaving that stuff there was affecting people watching, being a part of this. And then that's what made me really start thinking about, I wouldn't hang out with people like that, because if you hang out with a bad seed, a friend comes over, they're not going to hang out with you because of this bad seed, right? You are the company you keep. So bad seeds go bye-bye. Cody. I am out of tape. I think that was my last small roll. I got to find my big roll. Like it was before. Da, 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 da. Up. Do not get. There you go. The little tab came off. I thought I was going to lose the tape. I'd been like, eh. How much of a pain it is to get tape off of tape. All right, next up we've got Ladybug action figure. So for $4.50, headed to Garland, Texas. A little bit more padding on it, but cleaning up my life. I'm cleaning up what's going in the mouth. I cleaned up what's in the basement. I'm cleaning up the channel. Okay. Next, and well, last over here, we've got money hat. Sold for $10.50, headed to San Fran. Slow and beautiful, like it was before. I've actually been, probably for the last week, every once in a while during the day there, I'll be like, I should go live. Then I'm like, what would I talk about though? The same old bull crap. And then I talk myself out of it. So if I can find like a cool live topic or a cool like format for the live, I think I'd be more inclined to do it, because there would be a purpose to it. It would feel purposeful. Like if I just go live, it doesn't feel purposeful. Isn't purposeful? And so if I'm going to do it, got to be some kind of fun related to it, or some purpose or something, right? Because if I don't, it just feels like I'm wasting time when I could work faster, and I feel like I'm wasting your time when you should be working or whatever. I'll see if I can come up with something. But of course, don't hold your breath. You know me. How many times do I talk something and then maybe I do, maybe I don't. It's just about giving it a thought, right? Because thought is what breeds new ideas and new situations. Slow and beautiful. I would love to do something music related. You know, I got the puppy shorts, I got the dolly videos. The only thing I don't have on this channel right now is music related, hard rock and heavy metal related something. So if I could find a way to intertwine that with eBay, that would be cool. I just wish we could like hit play on stuff and not get demonetized or whatever on YouTube. Wish it wasn't so difficult. Like, I have no problem if every artist got a piece of the pie, you know, because their song's in the video. You know, if it makes money, then everybody gets some. It's not that. It's about some artists or some labels will put a strike on your channel, and if you get 3 strikes, your channel's gone. So that's what I fear. And for that, it's not worth it, you know, to take that chance. All right, to the media store. Slow and beautiful, like it was before. All right, so we got 12 orders to ship over here with a couple of multi-piece orders. International. Ooh, I can combine. Oh, it's working now, at least over here. Okay. And no international overnight. All right, first up, freestyle, Don't Stop the Rock. Let me get this. Make sure I'm getting the right vinyl here. Freestyle, Don't Stop the Rock. Slow and beautiful. 12-inch record. Sold for $17. Headed to Lakewood, Colorado, and I did not get no vinyl boxes. Slow and beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. If anybody's local and you have any of these wire shelves you want to get rid of cheap, let me know. I can finish up down here on that end. I need a lot of them for what I want. Because I got the rest of this desk area to do in them. And I got the furnace room to do in them. I got my extension behind me that I need to do. And I think that's it. Oh, why did I skip that? Why did it jump down? Did it jump down or did I hit something? It started the second one instead of the first one. Huh. I don't know if I hit something or if it jumped down or what. So let me go backwards here. Great movie. Shaun of the Dead. Love it. Hot Fuzz. I haven't seen Paul all the way through. Like, I'll catch pieces of it, but I have not got to see Paul all the way through yet. Sold for $5, headed to Cary, North Carolina. Three. Chad. This goes underneath this one. Actually, I'll just set that up since it's final. All right, next up, we've got Corey Hart. The best of on cassette, sealed. It's another order. $15 cassette, look like. Headed to Simpsonville, South Carolina. I think I might, since I come down to pull, I might throughout the day make just a little video. Oh, this sold for, like I used to do, and then splice it all together. I used to use that app Splice to do that, and then it looked like they raised the price, and it said I had to sign into Apple again. I don't know my Apple password for downloading, because I don't really download anything. Because it's a work phone in my eyes. I don't play. I don't have time to play. Work is my play. But, so I'm like, crap. So I opened up iMovie for the first time. I go and tried it. And, hey, I can splice with that. Like, I never had to pay for the splice in the first place. If I knew that was going to be. But, so that was kind of cool. So another $10 a month saved. Next up, Amboy Dukes. Ted Nugent. And that needs resurfaced. Marriage on the Rocks. Rock Bottom. CD sold for $15. Headed to Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, so I'll try to do some... And then I'll try to add some funny stuff into it too, and some dogs into it, where it's just not me showing the item. Oh, this sold for $15. And so maybe I'll do some cool shots or something, and of course with the puppies and maybe some goofy stuff. Make it like try to make it its own thing. Because my goal lately is to try to get my YouTube channel back up to $1,500 a month. That was awesome when it was that one. It's been like $400 for the last year. It just seemed like something changed in the algorithm or something. Plus, I wasn't doing these long form videos anymore, so that took a huge dent in it too. But like yesterday should be a good dollar day, since I had 3 videos and they're all over 1,000 views, which thank you guys. So if I can keep creating something that don't really take time, and that's going to help the channel. Like right now, the channel is sitting at 650, so definitely up from the 400, so that's good. Mark. So it's got to be fun. It's got to be fun. Or informative, or both. Phil Reiner, A New Beginning. So for $650, headed to Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Point. One family that I like how they do their YouTube. I saw a video they put out yesterday. They said it was only going to last 24 hours. I don't know if you saw what is his name? Jabibus, whatever their name are. Well, they buy the storage lockers. But I like because he'll break down a video for you, or he'll break down everything for you and say, oh, they bought the storage locker for this. Their video made this. They sold it for this. So they're one of them who incorporate all the stuff. You know, they're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. You know, they're buying that. They could spend $8,000 on a locker because they're going to make that back on the video type of thing, right? And they're upfront about that, which is cool. That's why I respect the hell out of them for being upfront about it all. But if you didn't see the video yesterday, it was only going to last 24 hours. So they said he was his mother. He hired his mother and his mother's boyfriend or stepfather or whatever it is. I think he called him by name, so I'm guessing it was a stepfather or boyfriend. And they bought a van and they're going to travel around the country and buy storage lockers and stuff and make videos along the way and stuff like that. Like, that's pretty cool. So to like do something you love and then be able to level it up like that, hire your family, your mother, and then travel with your family and make bank along the way. That's pretty cool. It's better than cool. It's pretty kick-ass. Next up, are you ready? Hey, for a vinyl lot. Yeah, 12-inch records. We've got an $8, a 14, an 8, and a 6. And it's buy 2, get 2 free. All right, so we've got... Those two go with that one. That's another one. All right, so we got the B-Nuts. We got Capadonna. Boom. Endangered Elements. And Frankie Cutlass. No, it's Holly, Michigan. Holly, Michigan. And he said something that kind of just stuck with me too on the Jabibus. He said, you know, when he started his YouTube channel, and to be, he named off where he's at now, basically, and said, thought it was a dream, like that wasn't going to happen, like it was not going to happen, but yet here I am, type of thing. So I kind of, when I heard that, I'm like, that kind of inspired me. I'm like, because I think my channel doing crazy numbers is just, that's stupid. That's not going to happen. And I've never been one to say can't, won't. So why the hell am I doing it here? The only reason it can't or won't is because of I'm doing something a certain way. So change it, tweak it, make it better, do something interesting, do something a little bit more interesting, whatever the case may be. It can. Just do it. And then with the whole yesterday changing my headspace by coming down, going up, coming down, going up, I felt more energetic. I felt more stimulated, mentally stimulated. I think that's the key word there. I wasn't dazing off. I wasn't getting lost in a pointless video. I felt stimulated. And as you can see, it turned out with 3 videos yesterday, plus a short, plus listed to over 200 items, plus shipped everything. And still was going to keep going. Jan took her forever to get home, so I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep working because she's got an hour to drive in the snow. It's going to take a couple of hours, so I got more time to work. Because it's not tiring to me. It's not, I enjoy it. So being able to focus better without medication, ding. It's very stimulating. So, and then if I do that too, I won't feel guilty come summer when it's like 5 o'clock and I go, you know what, I'm going for a bike ride. I've done all this crap today. I've listed blah, blah, blah. I've shipped everything. I'm going for a damn bike ride. I won't feel guilty. It takes that guilt off the plate for me. 2-1. Steve. And when my mind's stimulated, that's when I come up with new thoughts, new ideas. Not from just dazing out. So it's exciting. At least for now, maybe because it's new. Next up, are you ready for a vinyl lot? We've got Brownstone that sold for $10. And we got Jarul that sold for $5. But everything feels new to me now. The basement feels new. Pooling feels new. My office feels new because I just redid it. And now the routine is new. So a lot of newness. Pee-wee hasn't had a seizure in over 50 days. That's new. We are 6 days away from it being 2 months. Him eating poo? That's new. That's got to stop. He got me up twice last night. I've been taking him out front because I can watch over him, so I let him out back, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna go get my clothes on because it's the middle of the night, get my jacket. By the time I get out there, he's gobbling up a thing of poo. I'm like, no! So I tried to make it very emotionally charged so that he would, because just saying no is not going to do it anymore. So I'm like, I grabbed him by the chin, tapping on his nose. No, 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 no. Smacked his butt. No. So hopefully he'll get a little bit more, no, you don't do this. Because he's going to make himself sick. And then so I gave him extra food today. I've been trying, I want to keep him at 150. So, but if I have to give him a lot of food one week and then slow it down the next and maybe I'll do something like that. 1, 3. Just in case he's doing it because he's hungry. But then again, he always thinks he's hungry, even no matter how much food you give him. Next up, Max Laser's Arc Difference Kind of Blue cassette tape. So for $4, headed to San Diego. Where's this coming from today? I haven't eaten anything. Next up, are you ready for a cassette single lot? Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make sure nothing else is sold under there. Nope. So we got 12 cassette singles. $6, $5, $6, $6.50, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5, 5. Buy 2, get 2. Headed to Caryville, Texas. Here is the stack if you want to look at them to see. That one that my finger's on, that orange one I just put up yesterday. And that's a little key about another plus about just listing all the time. It's not necessarily, you know, the algorithm on eBay, but who's to say that one item I put up yesterday did not make him come into the store and buy all these, right? Who's to say that wasn't the key to getting him into my store and buying these? Could be. Never know. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and throw these in a box. A box. You probably hear me do that a lot. I get it from Nightmare Before Christmas. And they go, what's in the box? The box? It's going to work that way, James. It was 3 deep instead of 2, and you need 2 deep. Okay, we make it work. Let me stand them up on the side. Do better that way. Because then they're more compact, left to right. There we go. Just gotta be smarter than the paper. Smarter than the cardboard. Which can be tough to do sometimes. Oh my God. Get me out of this plastic bag. How the hell did you get into that plastic bag? I don't know. It's like it had a life all its own and it attacked. A mind all of its own. I always screw up jokes by one word. Not life. Mind, James. Mind. That's why I couldn't be a stand-up comedian. I ruin my own jokes. And they only make me laugh. Nobody else. 1, 2. 8 by 6 by 4. Matt. Again, I only charge one shipping price, $4.99. It only costs $6.13 to ship them all. So try to entice people to buy more. Next up, we've got this Hard Rock Las Vegas tall glass. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Fort Mill, South Carolina. I thought I got a box for that. I was like, where's it at? I can't see it. Did I close a CD that needed to resurface? Damn it, I think I did. It was the Amboy Dukes, right? Mark. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. Hey, babe, here I am, I'm a man on the scene. I can give you what you want, but you gotta come home with me. Take my hand, don't be afraid of going through every word I say. I always question writing fragile on a box because it always seems like when I do, they get broke. When I don't, they're okay. Wesley. That's the thing I could always do too, is like do a live, but then address all the questions and comments in a live. Because if I get like too busy to go and respond to each one exactly, I could always do a live once a week and we can just go through all of them. That's a thought. That could give me reason. Rock Classics Volume 2 cassette. So for $5.50, headed to Battle Creek, Michigan. We got Scorpions, Kiss, Alice Cooper, Rainbow, Leatherwolf, Deep Purple, Anthrax, Shy, Rush, and Metal Church. I like these compilations where it has the popular stuff, but then it has the stuff that most people wouldn't recognize, like Leatherwolf, Shy. Metal Church is a little bit bigger, but Shy and Leatherwolf, freaking The Calling and Emergency. Ton of Bricks by Metal Church. Nice. But then you got Rush, Tom Sawyer with it, and Anthrax, Among the Living, and Alice Cooper, Give the Radio Back to the Maniac. Give the radio back to... And they put an Alice song on it that's not a huge popular song, so that's kind of cool too. Give the Radio Back. Then Rainbow, Stone Cold. Kiss, Tears Are Falling. So that's kind of, not as popular as a Detroit Rock City. But then you have Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. So I like compilations like that mix it up. It ain't just all the popular stuff. Very cool. Street Ready. I haven't listened to Leatherwolf in a minute. Shy either, actually. Joseph. All right. Review purchases. What would be a good time to do a live that nobody else is doing one? So I'm not stepping on any other resellers' toes. Well, certain resellers. Other ones I don't really worry about because I don't really interact with them. So just the ones I interact with. I don't want to step on their toes. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. Brain fart. Okay, Joseph. Wesley. What did I mess up? Oh, I guess when I moved it. mess myself up by moving it, man. All over. Confused myself, which is pretty damn easy to do. Okay, you're not gonna fit in there unless I rearrange you, Steve. Ronald. We had a kid that lived on our street growing up for a very short time. Very short time. And he's always stuck in my head because he had a cool Hot Wheel collection and I had a huge Hot Wheel collection. So we always played Hot Wheels together. His name was Ronald King. Couldn't tell you what he looked like, but I remember the name. I remember the Hot Wheels. I had this cool place to play Hot Wheels. Had to get to the basement, you'd have to go outside of the apartment building. So right underneath the porch that went down to the steps, or the steps down to the basement, if you stood down there, you were, as a kid, you were level with the concrete, but there was also sand and then dirt over here. So you could make these cool roads out of the sand and the dirt, plus you had the concrete. So I was always building roads and stuff there. So we had a cool place to play Hot Wheels growing up. And I was always like, for some reason, I always loved making roads, but then making road construction. I'm a kid, I'm not driving yet. I'm probably not even paying attention to road construction. But here I am making these roads, and then I'm making road construction so I can make an alternate, another road to go around it. For some reason, I just enjoy doing that. I probably should have been a city worker. Should have worked for the city, boy. All right, only 2 sales on this store since started. So 107 on the media store right now. We're at 10:30. And just the pants over here. So 156. So headed toward 300. So that's good. All right, I am resurfacing these 2, and then I'm off to the post office after I get the snow off my car. And am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Gotta go. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, she got scratchy. She's like, you're ready, aren't you? Later.